Hello Virgo, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks, which is from the 19th of July to the 2nd of August 2021. And it's a general reading, just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle, and this is the Kindred Fauna oracle, which I'm using today to draw a couple of cards from, just to start your reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom does the mysterious oracle have for Virgo for the 19th of July to the 2nd of August 2021. What messages are here for Virgo for the next 2 weeks? What does Virgo need to know at this time? Spread the cards out and we'll pick a couple at random, and let's see what you get. Sacred work and grace. Oh, that's nice actually. Yeah, so sacred works, it suggests, it shows us the bees around the flowers, so it's all about working really hard, but from that hard work, from that dedication and attention to detail, you will reap the rewards in due time. So, and it sort of also may suggest working with others, in communion with others, but certainly it looks like hard work will pay off. And you have grace here as well. You may, the sort of handling a situation or a difficult person perhaps with grace, being the better person, being the bigger one. So you may need to perhaps manage people you work with or work for in a very thoughtful, or in a good way, without showing your bad side, without getting angry, without allowing others to get under your skin, if you will. So often I get a sense of also maybe there may be a need to walk away from something, to leave. But let's see what they say here, with some dignity. That's the word I was looking for. To handle a situation with dignity. Where I go, calmer waters follow. Love hides under my wings until the light of daybreak. Together we shall meet the morning sun with dignity and grace. So it's, calming a situation with your thoughtfulness, with your dignity and your grace. And then you've got the sacred work, and I'll read that little poem as well. We set boundaries around our work so that we can meet our goals and feel the joy of accomplishment. There is satisfaction in a job well done and a situation well handled. So let's see, though, where the rest of the reading takes us. So let's see what's on the cards for Virgo for the 19th of July to the 2nd of August 2021. What messages are here for Virgo for the next 2 weeks? What does Virgo need to know at this time? So I'm using the Tarot de Marseilles-Waite today, and I'll be putting down just a 5-card spread, with the first card depicting your situation, where you are now. The next card will show the influences that you are feeling at this time, what's brought you to where you are, what influences you, and then the third card will highlight the challenges you face at this time, with the fourth card offering you some guidance from divine energies as you move towards the final card, which will show your potentials, your rising potentials, your possible outcome. So the Wheel of Fortune has fallen out for you. This is a time of change, a change of luck. But let's see what influences that. Or you've got the King of Cups, and your challenge is the Knight of Coins, which is the hard worker. And your guidance is the Queen of Swords, and you're moving towards the Five of Wands. And you have here at the bottom of the deck an underlining energy of the Four of Coins, which is about holding on to what is of value to you, maintaining that stability, so maintaining the status quo. It could also sort of indicate some potential for stagnation, though. Sometimes we hold on too hard to something that we feel we need, and you know, we may, in that holding on, we can close ourselves off to new possibilities or potentials. But on the one level, you know, it sort of shows you holding the status quo, keeping your what's important to you close to. I think it's sort of linked in with the grace, you know, like this is about maybe you need to let something go in a graceful way. But where you are to start with, there's a change of fortune at the center here. And, you know, this particular deck has the Wheel of Fortune on water, which sort of indicates that that's subconscious or unconscious energy, that emotions I get a sense emotions are sort of running deep at this time. But there's a change, you know, what goes up must come down, and it's sort of your luck changes. So perhaps for those of you, I get a sense that there's also may have been some degree of unfairness you've been dealing with, and if you know, this is what goes around comes around, that sort of energy. That's what I'm getting from it today. So luck changes, and someone sees their what's due them, you know, something that is due, whether it's good fortune or bad fortune, comes around. So someone may be getting their comeuppance. What's brought you there? This is the King of Cups is all about really staying on top of your emotions. This is the Grace card again. Mastering your emotions, being compassionate and empathic towards others, so sort of leading in a situation with compassion and understanding, being that solid rock of stability where all around you is turbulence, and again it's water, so it's emotional turbulence. And I, you know, sort of get a sense you may have suppressed some of what is fascinating for you, something that you may have wanted to, you know, in a creative way or an imaginative way. You've perhaps had to suppress that a bit in order to lead in a mature, graceful, and compassionate way. But now you're able to actually put your challenge now is to actually begin to work on some new project, some new potential here. It may well be the form of a new job for some of you, and this is about the Cavalier, the Knight of Coins is about setting off, you know, ready to put into action a willingness to work hard, to lay down solid foundations and be prepared to take something quite slowly as you focus and dedicate your time and your resources and your energy to building something up, because it's, you know, he holds a great potential for you, and backed up here by your oracle card, sacred work. So it sort of suggests your challenge now is to really focus on building something up in a very practical way, because from that you can get just rewards. Your guidance card suggests here, with the Queen of Swords, suggests to me, what's brought you here, that hurt that you may have felt, or the unfairness in you having to be the graceful one in a situation. From that, it sort of suggests you gain some degree of wisdom, and with, you know, so the Queen of Swords is the queen who has suffered through some loss or some heartache, but through that she has learned a great deal of wisdom. So she takes that wisdom, she takes those lessons of life, and she uses them wisely to make a clear and decisive decision, which she's prepared to act upon. So she's a little cold-hearted in some respects, especially in comparison to our King of Cups, who's all compassionate and empathic and supportive in an emotional way. So perhaps your guidance here is actually to now, you know, let go of this tenderness, this empathicness, and start thinking with your logic, with your head, because, you know, your focus needs to be on a practical thing, on working through something. So it's now a time to be a little bit detached from all this emotion that seems to have sort of brought you to where you are, all this intense and deep emotion. So rule this situation with your logic, with your head, and make your decisions. You know, here she keeps her head above the clouds as she makes her decisions concisely, logically. Perhaps it's a little detached, but it's this is the energy that you've been called to use now, because you're moving towards a time where you're again going to be dealing with people who are competing against each other, people who are not working together, who are not aligning their energies. Here's a group of people, they're supposed to be constructing something with these staves. If they sort of worked together and sort of channel their energies in the same direction, they might actually be able to make the star that they're trying to make. But because they're all competing and wanting to, there's a clash of wills, and everyone wants to do things their own way, they're causing chaos and they're not getting anywhere. But this is a gentle, it's a minor arcana, so it's not a major energy. It's something that you can overcome with logic and decisiveness. So that's why I think you're being called to use that energy of the Queen of Swords, head above the clouds, you know, a little bit emotionally detached, so that you can use your logic and your wisdom, your integrity. And then, you know, again, it looks like many of you Virgos are in leading positions, because, as I say, where you've been leading with the heart and with compassion, you're being called to lead with a bit of authority, with discipline and logic, in order to deal with this competitive and clash of wills, this competitiveness and clash of wills that's coming your way. So overall, it's really, you know, positive. There's the challenge is a positive one. It's to focus on something, to really start a new job, a new project, focus on work, that you need to detach a little from emotions and take charge in a more disciplinarian way, and through it all holding on to the resources that you need to. So there you have it, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you, and if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have a good 2 weeks, and God bless you till we meet again.